We want to challenge you today. This challenge involves reaching out to others in kindness, warmth, and friendship. But be warned, what you're about to see has been known to cause feelings of love, hope, and kindness. There's also been reported cases of lots of smiling, laughter, fun, and life fulfillment, and many times it's been known to make big, strong, burly men cry.
All right, I got it. She's gonna love it. Let's go.
Whoa, how'd you find a card so fast?
I'm a speaker of lady language. I hear their voices in my head, much like Beethoven heard music.
No, I think those are just voices.
Either way, I've got a card and you don't.
I'm trying to find one with the right words. I can't find one that really describes how I feel.
Here, this one.
This one. This is the one.
Yeah.
Okay. Sugar is sweet and so is honey. I bought you this card because I had no money.
That is so you.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. It's not me.
What are you trying to say?
I need a card that says, I don't deserve you. I never have, and I never will. From the moment that I first saw you, I knew that I wanted to be with you, to know you, to understand you. I am humbled that you chose me. I have married out of my league, and there's not a day that goes by that I don't recognize that fact. And I've never taken our vows lightly. What do I say to the mother of my children, my best friend, my soulmate? I love you can just sound so cliche and trite, but it's the only words that I know. I love you. I mean, that would be a card, you know? That would be a card that I'd want to buy. What's the matter? What happened?
Don't look at me.
Okay.
Look away.
I have. What's the matter?
It's like I'm a swimming pool, and your words are like cannonballs landing. Pull yourself together, man. Attention, everybody. We are in the presence of a true wordsmith.
No, we're not.
Allow his words to be the wings on which your cards fly.
No.
I want what he's having.
Okay, we need to go. We need to go right now.
I've got an idea. We'll get those cards that are blank on the inside, and we'll write your words on them, and then we'll give them to our ladies. But we have to write in calligraphy.
I'm just going to take your card.
Wait, what was that part about the true soulmates? I need a pen. I gotta write this down. That stuff is gold. That'll give me a whole Sunday of football.
Hey, have any of you guys tried that before? Will that really get me a day of football? I'd like to try that. Hey everyone, my name is Joel Peterson. I'm really excited that you're here today. I want to thank you for taking your time out to be with us here and check out our challenge. You know, the person who invited you here today really cares a lot for you. They care enough for you to invite you here, and they wanted to share this challenge that has changed the life of millions of people around the world. So what's the challenge? It's called the Gratitude Challenge, and it's sweeping the nation and the world right now. Now watch this video clip as we explain what the challenge is. During this clip, you'll have the opportunity to write down the names of a few people who you'd like to express gratitude for and create a message for them. So make sure you have something to write with.
Welcome, and thank you for supporting us in our quest to sharing gratitude with the world. I want to start by asking you a question. Do you think it's possible that right now there's somebody out there that needs a word of encouragement from you? Do you think it's possible that your words could make all the difference in the world to that person? I can guarantee you that not only is it possible, but if you will act upon that thought, upon that feeling, and reach out in kindness to that person, not only will it make a big difference to them, it's going to make a big difference to you as well. celebrate people now. We don't wait until people are dead and in the casket before we say all the nice things about them. People deserve to hear those things while they're living. We don't forget birthdays and special occasions. We celebrate people on those days. When you have a prompting to reach out in kindness, reach out in kindness. When it's time for you to share appreciation or gratitude to somebody else, share it with them.
Well, it's made me a better person, number one. It's made me wake up every morning and smile and knowing in my heart that everything's going to work out no matter what comes in front of me.
And so every day I'm thinking about 1 or 2 or 3 people, and they stay in my mind, they stay in my heart for the rest of the day. So I'm taking it, I'm teaching it, and I'm living it every day by showing it and showing and expressing gratitude.
Like sharing it with like 10,000 people. I mean, can you imagine what the world would be like if everybody did this challenge? You know, it's really motivating. I'm really excited about it.
Absolutely. She loves the cards, and she took time out of her first morning when she was going for her chemo treatment to call me before she left for the doctor's office and put me on speakerphone with her and her husband to let me know how much she appreciated the card. And that just moves you spiritually. It's awesome.
And one thing that I've noticed personally is that my life is actually changing. I notice when I go for walks in the morning with the dogs that instead of worrying in the morning, I'm noticing what I'm grateful for.
To think of someone else every day that you're thankful for and you're grateful for, it's like the law of attraction. So the more you send out, the more you get back.
I'd be willing to bet that you've already thought of several people that you could send a word of encouragement to. I'd like to challenge you to act upon those thoughts, upon those feelings. You know, Send Out Cards is a mechanism unlike any other in the world that helps you to act upon what I like to call a prompting. A prompting is something where you reach out in kindness to other people. We'd like to show you now how you can use this system.
Send Out Cards has revolutionized how the world sends greeting cards and gifts. With this amazing system, you can choose from thousands of greeting cards, add a personalized message, and even a photo. You can also include a gift. And most importantly, once you click that Send Card button, Send Out Cards prints, stuffs, addresses, stamps, and takes your card to the post office the very next day. Imagine the surprise when someone you care enough about to send a card or gift opens their mailbox to discover you remembered. It all starts with that Send Card button. First, your card is printed on the highest quality printers, cut, scored, inserted into an envelope, sealed, addressed, verified, stamped, and then delivered to the post office. And best of all happens within 24 hours of you clicking that Send Card button. No more driving to the store, trying to find the right card from a narrow selection, finding postage, and getting your card to the mailbox. Send Out Cards has made card sending fun and convenient right from your computer, any time of the day or night. Need to send 100 personalized thank you or birthday cards? Want to add your own photos to those cards? It's just a click away. Don't you want to be known as the thoughtful person who always remembered to say thank you or happy birthday? Send Out Cards has created a system for you to be that person through cards and gifts at a fraction of the cost you would normally spend. Send Out Cards works on a point system. You purchase points and then use them to send cards. For instance, a standard 2-panel card costs 2 points, which is 98 cents. A 2-panel card with as many pictures as you would like costs 3 points, or $1.47. Our $9.80 monthly subscription allows you to purchase points at our lowest retail price. There's no long-term commitment, and you can cancel your subscription at any time. And if you're looking to make a truly memorable connection, use Send Out Cards to create beautiful custom hardcover photo books, personalized photo calendars, gorgeous posters, or even classic canvas prints of your most treasured photos. You can even order personalized business cards from our convenient online store. If a picture says 1,000 words, say it 1,000 ways. With Send Out Cards, unique gifts for your family, friends, and colleagues.
So now that you've seen how this system works, let me share with you what happens when you share gratitude with other people.
You know, as I sat down to do my cards, in fact, I kind of started doing this card before the Gratitude Challenge came about. I had this feeling one day of somebody that I wanted to tell that I was grateful for. Anyway, I got into some trouble about 4.5 years ago. It was actually, I think, more of a plea for help with God to save my life, that I had hit the very most darkest bottom that I thought was possible. I felt really prompted to tell this officer how grateful I am for him for changing my life. You know, he was there at a time in my life where I needed him to be. He listened to my prayers, and I sent this card just to send it, just to say thank you. You've given me my life back. And about 2 weeks later, I received this letter in the mail. Jennifer, I just wanted to write you a quick note to acknowledge your card and say thank you. This is a job that you know every day coming to work. You are not going to get a lot of thank you or positive contacts with the public. That's just the way it is, and we learn to accept that. So to get a card like this from you means more than you can imagine. I have been honored to be recognized with a few different awards during my career, but none of them will I hold with more esteem than the kind words you shared. Your card will be one of my most cherished collections from my career. I wish all the best for you and your children. They are lucky to have a mom that has learned from her past and moving in the right direction. I hope you realize that I can't take any credit for your success. You have done the hard work and paid the price, so you deserve all that credit. My hat's off to you for being one of the few that have made a life change. Everyone can change, but few actually do. You are rare, and you should be proud of that. Thanks again. I'm happy to have you as a friend and look forward to crossing paths with you. Best wishes. Eric Johnson. He said, P.S. Officer Winkleman told me these cards are from a business you started. They are fantastic.
I'd like to challenge you to write down several names of people that you would like to send a greeting card to. Take one of those names and write a heartfelt message right now to that person. We'll see you back here in a couple minutes. Our goal with this challenge is to help millions and millions of people to feel appreciated. You can be part of that by simply taking this challenge. I promise you it will make all the difference in the world to you and to the people that you send these greeting cards to. But not only can you take this challenge, you can also teach this challenge to other people. Be a bigger part of this cause. Be a bigger part of helping the world to feel that appreciation. We truly do believe that we can change the world, one greeting card, one message of appreciation at a time. Please join us in our cause.
Hopefully you're here because you've started the challenge and it's made you a better person. And now you want to help others do the same thing.
Your goal as a teacher is to find 3 others that want to take the challenge. Once those people have accepted the challenge, your next month's challenge is free.
Now this is a business of gratitude and helping millions of people not only feel better about themselves but wanting to share with others. If you can find 3 people who want to help us teach this challenge, you're on your way to building a Send Out Cards business. We call this making a living through giving.
The Gratitude Challenge, it's a vision of love. The company behind it is solid and committed. Our leadership is in alignment with its cause. The product makes everyone feel better, and the compensation is real.
Whether you want to share this challenge with others or teach this cause to others, we value you as someone that cares.
If you believe that millions of people around the world will take this challenge,
if you believe that gratitude is important,
if you want to make a living through giving, then get started teaching the challenge today. Click on the Join the Challenge button or contact the person who sent you here.
You know, at the end of the video that you just watched, you saw 3 sentences. It said take it said teach it, and it said live it. Now we've already showed you how you can take this challenge and also how you can teach the challenge. We'd like to share with you how you could live the challenge. You know, the people that you watched on that video, they're living the challenge. They're doing it by sharing it all the time with other people, teaching all of us how to take that challenge. I'd like to encourage you to get with the person that brought you here because they are living the challenge. And they can share with you how you can live this challenge and make it a part of your life. Thank you for being with us.
The Gratitude Challenge. It has changed my life in more than one way. You know, I've been a customer of Send Out Cards for many years now. A good friend shared it with me and challenged me to reach out to others in kindness. You know, I started using it in my personal and business life, and it's made a huge impact. I just have to share a few of my favorite cards with you here real quick. When I first started using Send Out Cards, I would use it at the place where I worked at, and I took this picture of me. I caught a 70-pound salmon in Alaska, and it said on the front of the card, "This was exciting." And when the client opened the card, it said, "But not as exciting as talking to you the other day." So my clients loved this card. In fact, even 3 to 4 years later, they would let me know when I get them on the phone that they still had my card on their desk and they would look at it every single day. You see, people don't throw pictures away. And that's one of the things I've discovered about this product. And by the way, you business owners, if you need some business boosting power, you need to use this product. Send gratitude cards to your clients and customers. It will build better relationships. Send gratitude cards to them. Now, let me share a more personal card with you. This is a gratitude card I sent to one of my daughters who was attending girls' camp. It's got a picture of me standing being goofy in front of a statue, and it's covering my mouth, and I say, "Heather, I could hardly wait to tell you how much I love you." The inside is a picture of her and I while we were in Europe, standing on a castle wall, and the message says, "I wanted you to know how special you are. I'm so proud of you, how you strive to always choose the right. You are a beautiful daughter of God, and we're put here on this earth for a special reason. Always remember this. Love, Dad." You know, you fathers and men out there, when is the last time you reached out to, a child or a spouse or a loved one with a heartfelt written message? Do you think it would improve your relationships? Do you think it would make you a better person? You see, that's the side benefit of using this service. By reaching out to others in kindness, it makes you a better and more happy person. Now, there's another way Send Out Cards can change your life forever. You heard our founder, Cody Bateman, say to you that there's a way to make a living through giving. And that's exactly what can happen when you share this challenge with others. You see, it starts to go viral the more and more you share it with others, and it starts to spread exponentially. Did you know Send Out Cards is going to pay someone for referring others to this service? Well, here's an important question. How many of you would like the money that is being paid out for referrals to go to you, just like it is going to the person who invited you here today? Now, I'd like to share a second challenge with you. Let's watch another quick video clip on how you can get paid for all these referrals by teaching this challenge to others. But before I do, I want to ask you a question. Have you ever wondered what it would be like if you could own your life? I mean, really own it. If you want to write down your response, go ahead. And I want you to think about that as you are watching this next video clip. All right, let's go ahead and watch the clip now.
Welcome everyone. You're here because you want to learn more about making a living through giving. Send Out Cards has set up the most wonderful and fulfilling home-based business I've ever seen. This business rewards you both personally and financially. Today I want to talk about the financial aspect for just a minute. I want to share with you how easy it is to make a living through giving. Here's how it works. By now you're already familiar with how to take the challenge. We have the $31 preferred customer package and the $9.80 retail package. Now, how do you teach the challenge? First, you become a marketing distributor for $395, which gives you the Send Out Cards system for life with all the products, tools, and training to launch your own successful money-making business. First thing you're going to do is gather customers. The second thing you're going to do is help 3 people become marketing distributors just like you. Next, you're going to help them gather customers. The company will pay you $100 per marketing distributor and advance you in the plan where you receive a substantial increase in pay. Now let me show you the Fast Start plan. Become a marketing distributor for $395, and in your first 7 days, you're going to focus on gathering your customers, which could be 1 $31 preferred customer or 2 $9.80 retail customers. If you do this within 7 days, the company is going to do 2 things. Send you a check for $50 for gathering those customers and immediately rank advance you to senior distributor where you enjoy a leadership income. This means you're now making $140 for every time you bring in a marketing distributor who gathers customers. When they bring in a marketing distributor who gathers customers, you now make $40 every time they repeat the process. This alone could result in hundreds, even thousands of dollars a month in income to you. Now we call this $40 a leadership bonus, and every time you advance in the plan, your leadership bonus substantially increases. Now if you get your first 3 marketing distributors within 30 days, you will qualify to become a certified trainer. As a trainer, you will make a minimum of $40 every time you train a new marketing distributor. This can potentially result in thousands of dollars of extra income in your Send Out Cards business. Now everything we have discussed so far is paid out in weekly bonus. We also have a monthly bonus. Our monthly bonus pays up to 30% commission on every greeting card and gift sold throughout your entire organization. This could result in thousands of dollars of income every month, month after month after month. Let's listen to a few people that are making a living through giving.
You know, I'm busy, but the checks keep coming in. so financially it's been great to share, but then personally and professionally it's enhanced my life too. So it wouldn't be the same without Send Out Cards.
And it's really neat to see that check come every single month, that residual check. I love it. You know, I remember not too long ago when things were really, really tight for me, and I realized I needed a plan B. And Send Out Cards has given me that plan B in my life.
We had a lot of junk mail and a lot of ads, and I just throw the junk mail away. And one time my husband started going through the junk mail and he found 2 checks. That was really exciting. So now we look at the mail before we throw it away.
Send Out Cards has truly changed my life forever, and I can't even imagine life without this incredible company. Now let's hear from our founder and CEO, Cody Bateman.
What you've been hearing about in this presentation, I like to call residual effect. What it means is that when you finish the process, the result of the process continues. Now, residual is a very important thing in our life, and Send Out Cards gives you a residual effect in 2 ways. The first way is that when you send out kindness to somebody, if you send out gratitude to somebody, there's a residual effect to that. Because that gratitude, you ever heard the concept of pay it forward? As soon as you express gratitude to somebody, the law of attraction takes place and they begin to express gratitude to somebody, and there is a residual effect that you will never know all of the results that you caused by sending out the original gratitude card. The second way that we cause residual effect is in your income, because as this process is happening, you are building a send out cards business naturally. And there's a residual effect because there's greeting cards and gifts offered and sold by you and by others that you bring into the business and by people that they bring into the business over and over and over. It multiplies, it duplicates, and you receive a residual effect of income. There will come a day that you will be able to enjoy what we call beach money, sitting on the beach, and the residual effect of income continuing to flow into your bank account. That is what this is all about, folks. Please join us in our cause. Get back with the person that brought you to this video today, and let's get started. If you join, I want to be the first to congratulate you and welcome you to the Send Out Cards team.
You know, this residual effect is real. It's powerful and it can change lives forever. I'd like to share my story about the residual effect with you right now. You see, a while ago, I didn't own my life. I was caught up in the rat race, jumping from job to job. I was living paycheck to paycheck and seemed to only have about $100 in my account just before every payday. You know, I'd get 10 vacation days a year, like most people do, and pretty much spent several hours a day stuck in traffic just to get the job, to a job that I really didn't care for. I remember my favorite day of the week was Friday at 5 p.m. and when Sunday evening would come around, I'd get this pit in my stomach knowing that I was going to have to do it all over again. Then suddenly, without warning, the company I was working for went out of business and I got laid off. In fact, that not happened to me once that year, it actually happened to me 2 more times. So yes, I got laid off 3 times in 1 year. And you know, there's nothing worse than having to come home and tell your wife that you just got laid off from a job. I remember there were times when I actually had a job and I would come home early from work and open the door of the house and my wife would say, "Did you get laid off?" I mean, talk about a confidence booster, right? You know, so I was determined. I needed a plan B. I needed to do something different in my life. I needed to get out of that rat race. Now, I didn't have a lot of time and I didn't have a lot of money, but I had a strong why. I had a strong why that I wanted to make something change in my life. Then a good friend that I went to college with shared Send Out Cards with me. And I started to share it with others and it started to spread and catch on and I noticed that things started to change in my life. Not only was I a better person, but I started to make a nice income from my little side business. Now, to make a long story short, my experience has been phenomenal. You know, we no longer have to worry about living paycheck to paycheck anymore. And there's several other benefits that we weren't even expecting right from the beginning. And one of them is travel. I mean, who here likes to travel? You know, we've been able to do things like take month-long motorhome trips across the country, Send Out Cards has paid for us to go on cruises. They paid for us to go to Hawaii. We even took the family to Europe for a month and traveled with our 5 kids. And by the way, here are some of the pictures of that trip and some of our other adventures. By the way, can you guess which famous place this picture was taken at right here? I'll give you a hint. The hills are alive. Yeah, that's one of the famous spots in the movie The Sound of Music, and it was really fun. We kind of snuck in through a gate, got to the place, took the picture, woo, and ran. It was a lot of fun. But you know, I never would have thought we could have done something like that, and that we never would have dreamed that we could do something like that. So here's the fun part to that story. When we got home from that month-long trip to Europe, we came home to find several checks from Send Out Cards in our mailbox. This is what I like to call mailbox money. And that's what the residual effect can really have, and this business can have on you. You're no longer trading time for dollars. So let me ask you this question again. What would it mean to you if you could own your life? Think about it. See, this is what I think it means to own your life. When you subtract out the sleeping time, the commuting time, the working time, and time for things you have to do each and every day of your life, most people don't have more than 1 or 2 hours a day to do what they like to do, and then would they have the money to do it? We've discovered a way a person can learn to own their life by building a home-based business, and we have a system for doing it that's so simple. Anyone can do it. It doesn't require selling, and the best part is it won't take much of your time. So I mentioned to you we have a second challenge for you, and we like to call it the Own Your Life Challenge. Now remember we talked about taking, teaching, and living the Gratitude Challenge? The Own Your Life Challenge takes the teaching and living part to the next step and puts you on the path for that residual effect income that we talked about. Now let me show you what could happen to you when you take the Own Your Life Challenge. You start as a marketing distributor for $395, and we get you started on the Getting Started training. You can start making money right in your very first few days by following our system. And by month 1, you can make a minimum of $590 just by sharing this with 3 people. You can do this as fast as you want as well. A lot of people will do it in their first week. It's really up to you. By month 2, you continue to share the challenge with others, and your 3 start sharing the challenge, and it goes to 9, which could mean $1,260 to you. It duplicates again, and it grows to 27, which could mean $3,780 to you, and then continues. 27 becomes 81, becomes 243, which becomes 729, which becomes 2,187, and I think you get the picture. What happens is it spreads exponentially, and one day you wake up and you have thousands and thousands of people who are using this awesome product, who are spreading gratitude, and you're getting a tiny piece of every single product and service that's out there. And that's what the residual effect is all about. The income potential is unlimited here. I don't know any other industry in the world where a person can double, triple, quadruple their income in 2 to 3 years. Would you be able to do that with your current job? What would you do if you didn't have to worry about money, or you had more time to do the things you wanted to do? This is my friend Damar Zimmerman. Several years ago, he was selling timeshares in New Mexico while his family was living in Utah. He hated being away from his family. He needed something different in his life. He started sharing send-out cards with others and experienced that residual effect that we've been talking about, and now makes more money in a month than most people make in a year. You know what else he has a lot of besides money? Time. One of his passions is fishing, and he goes fishing about 2 to 3 times a week on the weekdays when everyone else is at their jobs. Now this is David Fry. David Fry is who introduced me to send out cards a long time ago. He's my old college buddy. One of his goals in life was to build schools in Africa, and he's now able to fulfill his dream because of his send out cards business. Here he is in Kenya with some of his kids that he helps out. Not only is he able to donate money, but he has the time to travel and go to these places. And here's the neat thing, he takes his family with him. Now this is Judy O'Higgins. Judy was a practicing therapist for many years and realized that she just wasn't going to have a retirement. And she was getting burned out counseling people, even though she liked it. At an older age, she decided to make a change and start a send-out cards business. Now she's built up her own retirement and doesn't have to worry about money, and she doesn't have to worry about, when she needs to stop working. She doesn't have to worry about, working into her late 70s and 80s just to pay, buy milk and bread. Now she gets to travel the country in her RV, and she gets to go where she wants to go, and she controls her future. Now I know that the question going through your mind is, can I do this? You're probably thinking, I know some people can do this, but can I do it? Well, here are the 3 steps we keep doing over and over and over again with everyone who decides to promote the challenge with us. Step 1 is you want to go over the Getting Started training now. When do you want to get started? You want to get started now. Okay? In the Getting Started training, you're going to learn how to do steps 2 and step 3. Now, step 2 is all about pre-partying. Pre-partying is our invitation process. Step 3 is your challenge party. And all a challenge party is getting together with about a dozen of your friends who like to share gratitude with others and others who would like to make a second income promoting the challenge. How many of you have friends like that? Friends who would like to reach out to others in kindness, send cards and gifts, or need to make some extra income in their life? I know we all do. So right now, there are usually 2 types of people in the room. The first are the people who are saying, hey, you know, I'm not really interested in promoting the Own Your Life Challenge, but I'd love to take the Gratitude Challenge and give Send Out Cards a try. And you can do that for $31 for a 30-day challenge. Or if you just want to dip your toe in the pool, you can do it for $9.80 plus $5 per postage for each one of those accounts. Now, what I want to get across to each of you is that there's no amount of thinking about it that is going to help you with your transformation and helping others feel gratitude. You have to get started. The 30-day challenge costs $31 plus $5 for postage, so that's $36. Are you really going to have a family meeting on a challenge that will cost you $36? Did you have a family meeting on the pepperoni pizza that you ordered last night? I mean, this challenge will change your life and the lives of others that you reach out to. Plus, the 30-day challenge is calorie-free, unlike that pizza. Now, the second type of person here in the room says, hey, I think I want to make some money promoting the Own Your Life Send Out Cards Challenge. And while I, go through my 30-day gratitude transformation, and the fact is, there really isn't a lot to think about. You already know if you need to make money. You don't need to go home and check your online banking account to know that you need to make money. You already know that you need to put your kids through college. You don't need to go home and ask them if they're still planning on going to university. These are things you already know that you need to change. So if you know this and you know you need to change it, make a good decision and get started now. Let the person who brought you here know that you are a 1 or a 2. And welcome to the Send Out Cards Challenge, everyone. Thanks for joining us here today.